Hello, everybody. I know that Daydream just got off because I usually have his TV. I usually have the TV going over here so I can keep an eye on things for you guys. And hello, everybody. I want to say hello to Melnetti. Melnetti always tries to get in here first with the Daydream raid. Hello, hello, and thank you for the Daydream raid. Daydream. Hello, Justin and Christina. And we got Ardes here and Box Van D right in the door at the beginning. Linda Barker, Mary Jones saying hello to you as well. Bluwave. Scott Jacobs, nice to see you guys here. See you here, Scott. Kristen Hollowbrook and Texas Family Camping. So today, guys, this is really cool because from what I can remember, me and Bluwave have never been on the same screen before. We've been on the same live stream, but never on the screen at the same time before. And me and Bluwave have known each other on YouTube for a long time.
Since
and we were talking. Yep. Bluwave, he's at 7,000 subscribers now, which is awesome. But he used to be the only one in my live streams, and I remember coming to his live streams when it was maybe 10 people max. And so I'm really happy to have you on, just because it kind of feels like a little celebration for both of us to finally be sitting here. So I want to talk about, and that's kind of how this community began, was just a handful of us supporting each other, going to each other's live streams, and helping each other's channels out. And now it's growing into this huge thing. Melnetti, they're content creators now. Like you pushed them into becoming content creators, besides the super moderators that they are. Did you think when you started doing all this that we would be as successful as we are now?
Yeah, not as fast as we are. I figured eventually we'd probably get there. But when I first started YouTube, I didn't know you could get monetized. I didn't know anything about that. So it's not why I did it. I did it to literally store videos somewhere else where I knew I could store them. I didn't have to store them on my own hard drive, and I'd have all our travels documented online somewhere. But I had no idea it would grow the way it did. In fact, I had no idea I would even ever start working on building a community or anything like that. Nothing like that came to me till later.
And once the community started building, we've had bad things happen to our community, but our community has pulled together and over and over again has stepped up to help each other out or to raise money for others. And it's kind of amazing to see how many lives it's affected just from the small group that it started from.
Yeah, that's really true. When I first started working on building a community, it's because of what you were saying, how we had no one in our live streams. And I thought, this just isn't right. Some of us have good content, and we deserve to have people in our live streams. And so I knew when I got to grow a little bit and I started doing my own live streams, which was when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I did do them in the early days, but then I quit because I thought it was just a fail to have 6 people in the live stream. So I stopped doing them and waited till I got to 1,000 subscribers. In fact, I deleted all the earlier ones. Then when I got to 1,000, I started doing live streams. I said, now I'm going to start building a community, and I'm going to help other channels not go through the pains that we went through of 6 people in a live stream. We're going to stop that, and we're going to make sure people show up to live streams. But so that's where that went.
Yeah, and then we had the community come together, and we started, the schedule to make sure we don't step on each other. All that kind of stuff came out of that. And Rance with Rogers, he says, is that a shark tooth necklace? And it is. And if you want to see him collecting shark teeth, you can look at his latest video there.
Yeah, it's our last video. We went to Venice, and I actually bought this one, but we did collect 28 shark's teeth, and our last video shows how we do it. And that was really a lot of fun. So yeah, go check that out if you want. And that was a fun video to do. But yeah, this is the Megalon or a Mega. Oh geez, now I don't even know how to say it. I just said it earlier.
Megalodon.
A megalodon. Thank you, megalodon shark, which is prehistoric, and it's a couple. This tooth right here is a couple million years old.
Wow.
Yeah, they haven't swam our oceans in over 2 million years. They're extinct now, and this was the largest shark ever in existence. And a 1 inch of tooth is 10 feet of shark.
Yep. Yep. And it was really cool to see how many teeth you got just from the little bit that you guys did on the video. It was really amazing how many teeth sharks lose every year.
Yeah, they lose 20 to 30,000 teeth in a lifetime, and we found 28 teeth in about 2 hours.
Yeah. What has been your favorite video so far to film?
Wow, that's a tough question. I mean, we went to Portland, Oregon, and we saw so much along the way. I mean, I don't think I can pinpoint one. Maybe, and it's probably not even nearly our best video, but maybe the one where I'm standing on Route 66, where it's painted on the road, Route 66, I'm standing there. That might have been my favorite one of video because I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it because I really love Route 66, and it hit 120 degrees in the desert when we were there because it was in the summer. So that might have been my favorite one. And I mean, we've been to better places, the Redwood Forest, the Petrified Forest, Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah. We've seen so much, but filming wise, I think that might have been one of my favorite ones, the Route 66 one.
Yeah. And you were saying before we got on that the 120 degrees there in the desert is a lot better than 90 degrees there in Florida.
Yeah, it's true. 120 degrees in the desert is more comfortable than 90 degrees in Florida. The humidity here is so bad. You walk outside and it just slows you down. Where in the desert, I feel solarized. I feel like I'm getting energy from the sun. Here, it just beats you down really bad. When I was younger, I was a lot more used to it, but as I get older, it beats me down bad now. So that's why we're looking forward to possibly buying land in Arizona, but we're considering other states, maybe Texas, Nevada. We don't know where yet, but we're definitely going to sell our house and scale down and move out west.
And then we'll have the Bluwave campground to hang out at.
You're right, because what we're going to do is we're going to buy some acreage. We're going to build or buy either, if there's, we'd like to buy something with maybe a little A-frame on it. If not, we'll build one. But we're also going to put like 3 or 4 RV sites on our property so our friends can come and visit and hang out for a while and have all hookups except probably sewer. And that's up in the air. Depends how expensive that gets. But we'll have 50 amp service and water hookups for any of the RVs that come to visit. We've got this thing kind of planned out how we're going to do it.
Yeah, that's really cool. And Rasmus Rogers says you're in Venice, Florida. That's where he found his teeth.
Yeah. Did he say he was in Venice, Florida?
No, or that you were in Venice, Florida.
Yeah, I live in Naples, Florida, about 100 miles south of Venice. Where I live in Naples, Florida. This is where Debbie was born and I grew up. And but yeah, last week we went to Venice on a camping trip for a few days, and then we went up to Hillsborough River State Park after that for a few more days. And yeah, but Venice, Florida is the shark tooth capital of the world, and that's something I didn't know even existed, but it does, and it's in Venice, Florida.
Yeah, it's when. Is there things that you want to show on video in Florida before you take off from there?
Yeah, we're not finished. I wouldn't want to do too much of a spoiler alert, but there's some really cool things in St. Augustine we want to show. There's some really cool things north of Orlando that we want to show. In the Panhandle, there's some things. We've shown a couple of Key West videos. We've got one that's a Key West video and one that's a Florida Keys video. They're separate. The Key West one's Key West. The other one is actually further north in the Keys where we stayed for a few nights. But yeah, there's still some more we're going to show them. Let me go ahead and say, St. Augustine has a lot of pirate stuff that we want to get into. North of Orlando, we stayed at a Blue Waters State Park, and they have the manatees that show up there in the wintertime, and we plan on doing that too. We wanted to do it this winter, but things got messed up, so we weren't able to do it. But we hope that we're able to do that coming up now and next winter. And then Silver Springs, and then in the Panhandle, we want to do Destin, Florida. Destin, I forget the name of the state park up in Destin, but there's one there. So yeah, there's still some stuff we're gonna. And right now, we're other than going to Arizona next month, which we're doing, we're going to be focusing on Florida for a while, and then we have Mayberry in October. So we're going to be focusing on Florida other than those 2 trips for a while.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't been to it yet, but I want to know, is it really breathtaking seeing that meteor crater in Arizona?
It is. I didn't even know it existed. That was something on Debbie's list. And we didn't know when we were coming back down from Oregon, we didn't know if we were going to take 10, 20, or 40 at the time. We had no idea what we were going to do. And then she goes, well, you know what? Her sister's a travel agent. So she was telling me that her sister told her about the meteor crater site. And then she goes, it's in a town called Winslow. And I go, Winslow, Arizona. When she said that, the Eagles song hit me right away. And I go, we got to go. I got to stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. So we did that as well, So that was a lot of fun. We got a video on that. But yeah, the meteor crater site is epic. It's stunning. It's something you definitely want to do if you're ever in the Winslow, Arizona area. That's definitely a must-see. As much as the Petrified Forest, I think it's definitely very cool.
Yeah.
Good questions.
No problem. When you look at your growth, where are some different points in your YouTube journey that really started to blow your mind in different ways, like the amount of subscribers, or we were talking about how many comments you usually get on a video now? Like, at what point did it start to become just seems out of this world from where you started from?
I think that's really hard to pinpoint it, but I know I've grown a lot since, believe it or not, since I've stopped doing the live streams. I've grown really fast. And I think it's because we're putting up more content videos. When we were putting up the content videos before, we were small and people weren't finding them as much. Then we started doing live streams. And when you're doing live streams, it offers something like you're doing these interviews. I think that really helps. And we were doing giveaways. That really helps. And if anyone ever wants tips on growing a channel, because we've been pretty successful, I would say giveaways, joining a community, being very reciprocating in the community. You really want to go watch people's videos and comment on them, because people will then check out your channel. If you're not posting on their channel, they're going to forget that you're there. And not only that, but they're going to concentrate on the people that are supporting their channel with comments. And you've got to do that, because they're the ones that are supporting your channel. And then the other people are secondary. So unless you're really putting out epic material, like someone like Nomadic Fanatic and some of these other guys who don't need to go out and post, and you're going to subscribe to them anyway. If you want to bring people in, you have to reciprocate and post on people's channels. And it goes back to what you were saying earlier. When I see that we're having 3,000 and we're between 1,500 and 3,000 views, and we're getting over 200 comments, I'm excited. I see other channels out there that have as many views as we do, and they're only getting 20 or 30 comments. So and that really makes me feel good that we're getting so many comments. And we go to all those channels and we visit them and we watch their videos and comment for them. And it's good to have a wife who helps me do that, because I couldn't do it by myself. It's the bigger you get, the harder it is. Yeah.
Nursing our travel bug, that's pretty funny. Bob squared.
Yeah, right.
If you don't know Bluwave over there, I always get that backwards. Bluwave over there, his is Bob as well. So you got Bob and Bob.
Very good. I like that. Bill or Natasha. That was good.
Um, we were talking before, and you always like to you mentioned that one, and I'm sitting here. There's 29 people in here right now, and so I want you to
I see
understand that.
32.
Okay, 32. Okay, well it's a little delayed on my end, but I did. It was before Christmas last year. It was sometime in November, I think, or December, and I put together a gingerbread house that was a little mobile trailer on the live stream, and the only one that was there is Bluwave. So for me to have this many people here watching right now is huge. So I want you guys to understand that, like, I don't ever think that I'm never going to get too arrogant to appreciate the fact that anybody is watching me at all.
No, you're right. I remember that live stream where you were putting a gingerbread house together, and I was the only one in there, and it was stuff like that that bothered me. I thought this is a good live stream, and it deserves more people. Living the RV Local Life did a live stream in Tombstone, Arizona, and I think she had 8 people in there, and it drove me nuts. And Lynn Oakey just a couple weeks ago had 3 people in her live stream, and I went on. Meant to be RVing, and I shouted out, I said, look, people, that's just not fair. She's in all of our, she may be in this one right now, I don't know, but she's in everyone's live stream supporting you. Let's support her, and let's go to her live stream. And that Sunday she had 21 people, or Saturday it might have been, yeah, Saturday. That Saturday she had 21 people in there, never had that many. So and that's what it's about. That just really made me so happy to see everyone show up and support her like that. And that's what this community is about. And I just really believe it. I remember when Papa Drew was wanting I see him in here. I remember when he was short on hours, and we started running his playlist. Debbie and I would do it. We'd get other people to do it. Man, within a time like that, he was over his hours and monetized. And just other people like that, it's just awesome. Yeah, Slow Momentum. This is a grow channel. Let's grow.
And Box Andy, you're there with her in her live still, and she says she remembers her first live, and it was awful.
Yeah, but they usually are at first. Of course, Dee's lying because hers are never awful. She's a rock star from day one. So yeah, she's fibbing a little bit. She's being modest.
Yeah, and along with answering the comments and commenting on people's videos and all that stuff, Bluwave's telling you that, and I'm a product of following Bluwave's advice on that, and I'm where I'm at now. Like most of my subscribers, up until this point, have been other channels anyway. I'm starting to get more people that are, and we'll do the whole thing, because I'm going to bring that back just as a thing for as a homage to Bluwave. I want to keep the old letters and stuff going, but it will help you out, if nothing else, to have somebody else to talk to answer questions if you don't know a question on YouTube.
Right, that's true. Yeah, no, reciprocating is very, very important, people. Believe me, if you think you're just going to put out videos and watch live streams and grow, you're wrong. You're really not. Now, I will say, watching other people's live streams, you'll grow faster than having your own. Unless you're doing like Bob's doing, and like we were doing when we were doing the, I don't like to call it growing, but we were doing the uniting. We're bringing in a community together. We're doing giveaways and that kind of stuff. It's almost like buying people to come in because you're doing giveaways. But at the same time, they come in and they start watching your content and they stick around. And we've just been very successful. And that's the biggest thing, though, is we reciprocate. If you put a video out and you're commenting on our videos, you're going to see us commenting on yours. And if you're not commenting on us, we may get to yours, but it'll be after we get to everyone who's commenting on us, because we take care of those that support us first. Just it's the nature of the beast. Yeah,
and that's one of the things that I can tell you guys to key on for sure is if you want to look at YouTube, and I said this, if you want to turn it into a business, which at a certain point when you start making money, it becomes a business. The people that comment on your videos, that's your most valuable customer. Because not only are they watching your videos, they're taking the time to comment on them.
Yeah, and nursing our travel, you are good at reciprocating. You're one of them, and you'll keep growing. So, here, this is camper life. So let me grab
Oh
it.
man.
Hey, buddy, I'm doing an interview right now on Bob's Adventure. I was calling to let you know that I was going to be doing this.
Everybody, hey, say hello to Camper Life.
Hi, buddy. Come in. Work. Do it. All right, sit. I was calling to let him know about it, but I forget where we're at. But yeah, reciprocating, and also something else. When I say reciprocate, I'm mostly talking to the content creators, because those are the people that are trying to build channels. The NNs don't care, because they don't give you. They're not picking up subscribers. So the NNs, the non-content creators, people that are not creating content, always thank them for coming to your channel. They're the most. Believe me, they're the most important, because I'll tell you right now, I've got 7,000 subscribers. With 7,000 subscribers, I'm getting 3,000 views, and I'm getting 200 and some comments. A lot of those views are not content creators. So I'm getting a lot of views from non-content creators, and thank you to every single one of them for coming and watching our content. So you really need the people that are not. Papa Drew's growing a lot too, since he did that the protesting thing, so he knows what I'm talking about. And Box Van D's another one who's grown tremendously. She's growing really fast right now. So she's one of the fast growers right now.
And I have to say that a lot of us wouldn't know each other if you wouldn't have started the community either.
Yeah, well, that's community building. I'm glad I did, because I feel you're right. Right now, I would tell you what, people like all of us would still be pulling in very few people in our live streams if we didn't build this community the way we did. And we're able to bring in a lot of people in our live streams, you know, and that's just, it's really awesome to see that. Box Van D's bringing in at least 50. Sometimes she pulls in as many as 80 or 90. And that's part of what this community is all about. And she's actually got a lot of different people coming in, a lot of people, names I don't know because of the shout out that she got from Bob Wells. But again, that all boils down to, and that's something I've noticed in this community too, not D, but the community's broken up. I'm not going to say into cliques, but I'm going to say it has broken up into neighborhoods. Okay, where certain people are grouping off with each other, and that's fine. I can understand certain personalities are going to get along, and you're going to meet people that you really hit it off with, and then you end up forming a little neighborhood, if you will. But don't forget about the rest of the community, and don't just stick to your little neighborhood, because it's hurting yourself when you do that. Get out there and post on those other in those other neighborhoods within the community, people that you may not be hanging out with, and if they're not coming to your channel, you know why, because you're not going to theirs. So if you go, well, if they're not coming to mine, I'm like, well, take the first step. Sometimes if someone's not posting on my channel for a while, I'll go over there, watch a video, and leave a comment, kind of give them a little nudge, let them know, hey, I'm still watching you. If they're still not going to follow me, then I may give up on watching them. I'll stay subscribed because they're subscribed to me more than likely, but I may not follow them as much as the ones that are following me.
Yeah. And when you were talking about the NN stuff, I want you to go through the whole alphabet letters. If you can kind of do a throwback for me.
Okay.
Because I want everybody, because you haven't been doing your lives in a while, and you haven't done it in a while. So I want everybody now to be able to put, like I can put something different in the chat now than I used to be able to put on yours.
Yeah, you're right. All right, here it goes. Let's do it. First of all, if you're a non-content creator, if you do not do any content videos, you don't do any uploads, do me a favor, please, and type NN into the stream. If you do no content, type NN into the stream. And everybody else in here, when you see those NNs, let's thank them. Let's say, thank you, NNs, for supporting this community and supporting our channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Okay, that's the NNs. Okay,
thank you, NNs.
Okay, the next one would be, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, and less than 4,000 watch hours, and you're doing content, type CC into the stream. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers and less than 4,000 hours. And thank you, C. Young. Thank you, Linda Barker. Thank you, Mary Jones. So there's the 3 of our NNs right there. Now, the CCs are the ones who are not monetized. They have less than 1,000 and less than 4,000 hours. Type in CC. Okay, people, take a look at these CCs. They need our help. If you're not subscribed to one of these CCs, head over there and get subscribed, and let's support them. Let's not just subscribe. Let's watch their content and leave a comment, and that's how they get help. So let's do that to the CCs. Okay, now look at Mel Nettie at 350 already.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're growing. They're doing very well, and then they work it. They work their channel, you know, and that's why they're growing. All right, now, if you have 1,000 or more subscribers, but you don't have your watch hours yet, you're at under 4,000 hours, but you do have your 1,000 subscribers, type a BB into the channel. BB if you have less than 4,000 hours, but more than 1,000. Now, the BBs, these are the people here that we want to get over there and binge watch their playlist. And we're going to see Bob's Adventure is now a BB. He's gone up from a CC to a BB.
And let me tell you, nothing I don't care. I want to hit the other one day, but just being able to type BB in finally.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? And now you want to be able to check. And again, you want to come back to this video later on, and you want to check these people out. If you don't get them now, come back later, watch this live stream again after it's uploaded. And check these people out. So the BBs need your help binge watching their playlist, and they will get their hours faster that way and get monetized. And remember, CCs, you want to be a BB one day, and BB do it for you, so be sure to do it for them. Okay, now, if you are monetized, go ahead and type AA into the stream. If you are monetized, you've got over 1,000 subscribers and more than 4,000 watch hours, type AA into the stream. Now, what's special about these AAs is these people, I'm going to say right now, they're here right now. These are the people that are still supporting this community, even though they are monetized. They're still here supporting the BBs and the CCs, and of course the NNs are always here supporting us, so good for them. So the AAs, you want to be sure that you go over and you check out their stuff to support them, because they will get paid money when you're watching their videos. And that's people like Slow Momentum, Papa Drew, Box Van D. We're seeing a bunch of them here. Simple Life, Reclaimed, etc.
Now,
Christina.
And I want to thank all the AAs, but I wanted to point out Simple Life Reclaimed right here, because at one point I beat them to 500, just to show you how quick it can happen. And they're almost at 4,000 now.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's like, I've seen our channel has passed a few people up that I thought were big channels at one point. I thought, wow, they're a big channel, when I had 50 and they had 1,500, and now we've passed them up. And that's pretty flattering when that happens. I feel really honored that we had the support we have to do that. So, but yeah, that's how it's done. And New Horizons, you can go ahead and type a BB into the stream, please. You missed our grow that Keith wanted to do. We don't call it grow here. We call it uniting a community, because that's what we do. And we ask that if you go to any of these channels, you let them know that Bob's Adventure sent you. When you head over there, check out these channels, let them know Bob's Adventure sent you over to check them out. And he'll get credit. He'll bring people to his live streams. Other commenters will see that, and they'll come over and watch his live streams, and that's how he'll get to grow.
Now, just to show you guys that I did listen to Bluwave and does what he says, look what Simple Life said. That I was in there live when it was just me and one other person. So if you guys you know, if you listen to the how this works, it works.
It does.
Yeah, and you said you're taking off more now that you're on doing your videos, but the lives probably gave you a good ramp up so that you would have an audience there for your videos.
You know, I hate to say this because the live streams are working for some people. They will. They're working for Daydream About Nice Things. They're working for you. I see that. But for me, the live streams, I was getting more subscribers going into other people's live streams than I was my own. Although we did grow, because at the end you can check and you'd see some. That day we did 380 in the live stream. I think we picked up a lot of subscribers on that one. However, yeah, I guess they did. I guess we did grow quite a bit, but it seems like we're growing faster now that I'm doing the content videos, and the giveaways help too. And we're gonna be doing another giveaway on our channel. We gave away a Blackstone a couple weeks ago, and our next giveaway is gonna be an air fryer. And oh yeah, I don't know which video I'm gonna do it on yet, but it's gonna be based on one of our last 5 videos. If you leave a meaningful comment, you'll have an opportunity to win an air fryer.
So are you going to be drawing that live as well?
I will. It'll be a very short live stream, but I will go live and I'll do a comment picker on one of our last 5 videos. And I'm not going to say which video yet. I'm not even sure which one yet. But right. Yeah. And then we're going to do I'll do a live stream and we'll do a comment picker for an air fryer.
Well, if you want a chance to win, you better go watch his last 5 videos and comment then, because
leave a meaningful comment, not a good video. That's work. It have to, let us know you watched it.
Yep. And Papa Drew says he was able to donate to WAGs for the first time ever, and that it was because of us watching that he was able to do it.
Exactly. I mean, he's monetized now, and Papa Drew donates. I forget the percent of what it is. He can put it in the chat if he wants, but he donates a percent of his super chats and his YouTube money to veterans causes through Wayward Wags, and that's really an awesome thing that he's doing there. So good for you, Papa Drew. That's awesome. And that's another good channel, folks.
Yeah,
and he does content, man. He does really good content.
Right. Melnetti, I know you're texting me. It's hard for me to see those pictures and what you're commenting. So let me go ahead and I'll drop a link for you, Melnetti, and you can pop in the background and then type it in for me so I can catch it easier.
Box Van D, I comment on almost all the videos I watch so people know I'm watching and paying attention. You know what she does? She leaves very good comments. RV on the Wayside, Camper Life. These people leave really, Papa Drew, they leave really awesome comments. You know they've watched this video because by the way they comment. I do the same thing. I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but it is what it is. And I always make sure you know I watched that video by what I've said. I'm not just going to talk about something in the middle, the beginning, or the end. I'm going to talk about the whole video. I sit there and comment as I'm watching so that everyone knows that I've watched the video. And it's the right way to do it, people. If you think you can go over there, watch the middle of it and comment on that and then go somewhere else, you just hurt their analytics. And it's just not fair to that channel. It's better off if you don't even watch it at all. So watch the whole video or don't watch it at all. And if you watch the whole video, it's easy to comment on the whole video.
And Papa Drew says 25% goes to, of all of it goes to support vets.
Camper Therapy, I saw that your comment there. A lot of people went over there. I was just telling Bob about this before we started, that a lot of people went over there. We were on Box Van D's live stream last Saturday and shouted out this channel, and I went over there and checked, and a lot of people were in there saying Bluwave Odyssey and Box Van D sent me, and I was so happy to see that. I want to thank everyone who did that. That was really awesome.
Right.
So very cool.
And I wanted to say earlier when you said say that you saw it here on my channel, like Bluwave said, it's not so that I can get credit and get accolades. It's so that people can come here and meet the rest of the community and know, and then go out and see all the rest of your guys' stuff.
Yeah, when you say Bob's Adventure sent me, there's other people commenting on that video who aren't part of this community. And when they see 4 or 5 people going, Bob's Adventure sent me, they're like, wow, man, this guy's shouting people out. I'm going to go check him out. Then when they come over and join his live stream, they see what he's about. And then everyone in the chat has a chance to meet these people, and they have a chance to meet people. And it's how you grow this community. And please listen to someone who's got 7,000 subscribers in just over a year. I'm really trying to help people. I'm not trying to do anything for myself. I love our community. And anyone here that knows me knows that I've always focused on this community very hard. I really believe in it. And I just want to keep growing it. And if we break off in the neighborhoods, that's fine. I understand that, but continue supporting the rest of the community.
And I told everybody here, I want you to replicate it on your own channel. Build a community there. And then even if we're neighborhoods, well, you got the head of neighborhoods that all know each other, and then we can work together to bring all those people together.
That's a good point. And also, what I always say too is, people go, well, I didn't want to do the CC thing. That's your thing. No, man, that's a community thing. That's how we build. So anyone wants to do a live stream and say NN, AA, BB, CC, do it. Make up your own formula if you want. Use my formula if you want. Whatever it takes, but build this community. Recommend other channels, and do shout outs. That's another big thing. If you do shout outs, you'll have people coming to watch your videos or live streams, wherever you're doing your shout outs, just to see if they're getting shouted out. And eventually they will be shouted out, because, and I like to shout, like Nomadic Hippie, I'll shout him out once, and then maybe a couple weeks later, even though I may have missed a few people, but then I'll get to them. And I like to mix it all up. In fact, on my website now, on my channel, on my banner where people have their Facebook and PayPal, I don't have that there. I've got community shout out. And right now I have J. Charles Outdoors up there on mine. And I leave it up there anywhere from 1 to 7 days. And then I take it off and put another channel up there. So if you ever want to see if you're getting a shout out on my channel, just check my banner out. They'll always, if any 1 to 7 days, I'll be changing it, putting different channels up there and shouting them out. And people have told me that they've gotten hits from it before.
Yeah, and well, you can tell. Like if you look in your analytics, you can go deep in there and you can find out where all your traffic is coming from. So you can tell if somebody's doing something like that.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
And the banner thing's really, really interesting as well. It's a really interesting idea. I hadn't thought of that before.
Yeah, the banner thing. Yeah. If you get a chance, go check it out how I did that. I actually made my banner, and in the bottom corner, I put in there community shout out. That's permanently fixed. Then every so many days, I go in there, I just readjust the link in there. It's a really easy thing. Put a link in there, the name, and bam, it's done. It takes 2 minutes to do a shout out. And I leave it up to 1 to 7 days, and it's really cool. A lot of people like that idea when I started doing it. I think Hippie's doing it now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Hippie's got a little thing going on with his and the member shout outs, and he does giveaways and all that stuff. And it's cool to see everybody take a same general idea and put their own spin on it too.
Right, absolutely. And I never say you're copying. You're just doing what works. If it's a working formula, go for it. If someone wants to say you're copying so-and-so, no, you're doing a winning formula. It's like saying you can't eat with a spoon because someone else ate with a spoon. It's a winning formula to eat soup, so you can eat with a spoon. So right. you do what works, and if it works, do it. So yeah, absolutely. No one has a monopoly on CC or shout outs or interviews, except this guy on interviews. He is the interview master. And I know I've done interviews. It's very hard to do. They're not easy. You don't just ask questions. Sometimes you ask a question and people go, yes. And
right.
Then, all right. Well, yeah. So
where do you want to go still? Like, and shoot videos?
Mount Rushmore, the Grand Tetons, Box Van D's Camp. That's where we're going next month. The Niagara Falls. We have a lot of places on our place. Metropolis, rather. Metropolis is one. So we have a lot of places on our list, and we have a whole lifetime to get there. So that's why one of the reasons we want to move. It takes us 600 miles to get out of Naples, Florida, to get out of Florida from Naples. So we want to move to northern Arizona, where we're a little bit more centrally located. And I mean, we're still far from Maine, of course, which is another place we want to go. But we want to see every state, including Alaska, eventually, and travel through Canada as well.
When you look back on your time so far on YouTube, what has been one mistake that you wish you wouldn't have made doing your channel?
I think I've come across as a little negative. Sometimes I might have scolded people when I shouldn't. So I would say that's my big mistake. I say always stay positive. Keep it happy, keep it positive. And I would say that's it. I might have been doing too many live streams, because here's the thing though, it's best, and I'm not putting anyone down who does live streams all the time, because I know a lot of you guys do them all every day, and that's fine if that's your thing. But for me, it was like, if I was doing at one point I was doing a Thursday live stream, a Saturday live stream, and a Sunday morning. And if let's say they're all 1 hour live streams, that's 12 15-minute videos people could watch instead of my 3 live streams. So they could be satisfying 12 people by watching a 15-minute video rather than my 3 live streams. I thought it was being a little unfair to the channels that were putting out content. And that's one of the reasons, besides how busy I am, which we really have been killing it at work here. It's one of the reasons I stopped doing live streams, is I wanted people to focus more on the other channels. And I just put out now, we're putting out videos that are usually less than 10 minutes, although our last one was 18 minutes long, but we're trying to keep them under 15 minutes, 10 to 15.
That's interesting. I always wondered what the ultimate reason behind stopping the live streams was. So that's really interesting that it was to help give other people stuff to watch. And
yeah, you make more money doing live streams. That's where the money is. My income on YouTube has dropped. And I'll also say this: for every $400 or $500 I was making on YouTube, I was losing $3,000 doing my business. So it wasn't profitable. It's better if I don't do YouTube for money and I focus on my real job. So that was a big part of it right there. It was just too expensive for me to make $300 or $500 on YouTube. Now I make $100 a month, or between $100 and $200 a month, rather than $400 or $500 a month. But I make a lot more money at my real job. So, but it's also, I wanted to, because live streams are fun. They are. I enjoyed doing them, but I also enjoy uploading travel videos.
Right. And mine might not always be live too. When I'm on the road, I'll probably still have interviews, but it may just be a video. It may be a video, one that's pre-recorded, because I don't know if I'm always going to have good service. So I plan on getting some that are pre-recorded to always have for you guys. When you're saying sometimes you were too negative, and that was, or scolding or whatever was a mistake, has doing YouTube allowed you to see yourself in a different light than before?
Yeah, in some ways. For example, when I do a live stream, and this is anyone, you tend to expose, like when you're uploading a video, you can edit, you can make yourself look like the nicest, greatest person in the world. But when you're doing live streams, it's live, and you tend to expose yourself for who you really are, good, bad, or indifferent. It's just the way it is. You tend to, there's no do-backs on a live stream. It's there, it's out there. You can edit it, but it's already been seen. Like Papa Drew one time came on my live stream and dropped a few words that he probably wish he did. When I went back and edited them out, I said some things on a live stream that sounded homophobic, and I'm not at all that way. So I went back and edited it out because I didn't mean it to come across that way. So sometimes you might say something that you didn't mean to sound like it did. But if you edit a live stream, just so anyone knows, if you ever edit a live stream, you lose all the comments. you don't lose the comments below, you lose the chat, is what I mean to say. So if you ever edit 1 second out of a live stream, you lose all the chat. So yeah, but live streams, you have to really be very careful and filter yourself so you don't come across in any kind of a way you don't mean to. Where with uploading a video, you can also edit things right out.
Right. When
real quick, I'd like to touch on Papa Drew. Live streams are
Yep.
easy for me. Making content takes longer. And that's true. And that's us being lazy, in my opinion. When we're doing live streams all the time, that's an easy thing. I see some channels not only doing live streams when they're doing their content, because that's all they do now, because you don't have to edit it, you don't have to do anything. So that's true. But when they do that, they're putting a lot of malarkey in there that's not as, when you're doing a video and you're editing, you're only putting in the really good stuff, and it keeps the videos more interesting. Where a live stream's only interesting if you're doing like the way Bob does it, Daydream does it, Gina Payne, some of them, the way they're doing it, they keep it interesting. But when they're doing content as the whole thing, it can tend to be a little boring in some areas.
Well, I want to make one little caveat to what Papa Drew said. It depends on the live stream.
Right.
Because I spend a lot of hours researching before we even get on the air with anybody in the first place, or talking to them beforehand. So it depends on the live stream on how much goes into it. Like, it is easier for me to do this because no editing and all that stuff. So the video production wise is easier, but for me it ends up being about the same amount of time, because I want to prepare a show for you guys and not just kind of throw one up there.
Right. No, that's absolutely right. You really want to prepare it. When I did my live streams, I spent all week taking notes of what I was going to do, who I was going to shout out, the questions I was going to ask. I would just take notes to myself on that stuff. And that's why when I put it up, I'd have my notes right up there on my monitor, and I would just be going with my notes as I did. And I think I kept my live streams fairly interesting. We were able to bring a lot of people in. Something else I did on my live streams, I did games, interviews, shout outs, giveaways. I don't do just one thing on the live stream. I like to mix it up with a bunch of different things.
Mm-hmm. What is your, is there a point where you would switch from, is it when you move to Arizona when you're going to switch to just having YouTube as your main job, or is it going to have to wait till you get to a way up?
Good question. Actually, hopefully someday, yeah. I'd like to retire, and maybe what I do, as long as I'm mentally capable, I can always do it. I do mechanical, electric, and plumbing design for architects and general contractors. So so I would like to have it to where I can kind of pick and choose that work, maybe do it as much as I need to make a living, but make money on YouTube and collect a retirement. So yeah, that would be nice. The way we're planning on doing it, I would like to pay cash for our new property, sell this place. I have enough equity into it, and the way it's gone up in price, I should be able to sell this place and pay cash for our next place and be debt free. And that's what we're planning on doing. And then it would be nice for YouTube to be a way to supplement my income. Absolutely, that would be cool.
And being debt free, I talked about it a couple of times, but that is one of the biggest things you can do for yourself in life, because it allows you much more opportunity if you don't have to worry about paying somebody every month.
Yeah, right. It's yours. No one can ever take it from you. Like right now, the house we live in belongs to the bank. I mean, even if you only owe $5,000 on it, it still belongs to the bank. I mean, it might be worth $500,000 and you only owe $5,000, but it belongs to the bank until you've paid it completely, every nickel of it off. It belongs to the bank. So yeah, absolutely. And that's our goal. I mean, I don't have a lot of debt. I have some on this house and my truck payment I'm still paying for. But other than that, I really don't have, a few credit cards, but we pretty much pay those as we use them. So we don't have a lot of debt, but we want to get completely debt free and do it right.
Yeah. Do you remember the first comment, like from a big channel that blew you away, that watched you?
Well, to me, that that would be someone like um, Travels with Delaney. When I first got started, and they watched me. They had at the time they had, I think, around 10,000 subscribers, and I had about 100. And I was just
Mm.
blown away when I went over to their subscriber list and saw my name in there, and them coming to my live stream. I was just really, wow, this is unreal at 10,000 subscriber. But a lot of the real big channels, I did just correspond with Bob Wells in emails where we went back and forth on some emails, and I was really happy that he replied to my emails, and we had a little conversation there. So that was really cool. But really, most of the real big channels don't do that, and that's something I'm going to change also. When I have 25, 50,000 subscribers, I'm still going to be looking for those people with 50, 60 subscribers and help them grow. That's something else I'm going to get, because you don't see Nomadic Fanatic or Living Free Mike or some of these other big channels. You don't see them coming in and posting on small channels. Now, I know maybe they do once in a while. I don't know. I'm not going to say they don't, because I don't know, but I don't see them anywhere. And but I'm going to change that. I mean, a Nomadic Fanatic did do something where he asked me a question, and he brought up some of the videos and mentioned people like the Haley family, and that was pretty cool. But it'll be different when if we ever get to being a mega channel, I'll still be out there. And Box Van D goes, we'll never get rich at YouTube. Never say never.
Right.
There's people out there like Bob Wells who probably thought the same thing, and look at where he's at now. So never say never. You just might someday, D.
Well, look at how many people tell you, oh, I'll never get monetized, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's the first never.
I'll never have 100 subscribers. Then it was, I'll never have 1,000 get monetized. Now she's over 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
She's on fire, and she's still picking them up. So,
yeah, I think, and I've talked about it with a few people. That 100 subscriber mark, I think it changes your mindset to be like, well, if 100 people are interested in me, who knows how many people could be interested in what I'm saying.
Believe it or not, 100 is your first big milestone. I remember when we hit our first 100, we celebrated, put a video out. I didn't do that for 5,000, but because 5,000 came and went so fast, it was like, wow, I mean, when we had 42, next thing you knew, we had 54. It was just like, whoa, it was going really fast at that point. But yeah, I agree. I would say 100, and then 500 was a big one, and then getting monetized. And then after that, it's almost like now you're expecting it. Except for
Right.
Dave, she thinks she'll never get rich at it, but I think she might be surprised.
Yeah, I think Dee will be surprised too. She is such a unique character here on YouTube, and such a sweet lady. Yeah,
a real inspiration. I mean, here's this 60-plus-year-old lady out there who is virtually homeless, had a rough life all her life, and she's happier than she's ever been in her life right now, with a real family around her. I mean, she's got brothers and sisters that love her, but I mean, she's got us too. I mean, trust me, she's like a sister to me. I mean, we're really close. We speak almost every day on the phone. I love Dee, and so does Debbie. We love Dee, and I know a lot of people do. I mean, everyone. If you love Dee, type in DEE into the stream right now. If you love Fox Dee, type D into the stream, and you'll see what I'm talking about right about now. So.
Yeah, anybody that says, "Oh, I don't know if I could live in a van," I tell them, "Well, if Box Van D can do it, anybody can do it."
Yeah, I agree. I mean, she's tough. She's a very good girl, very cool, and just very awesome. And here the D's come in. Look at this. Look at this. I love it. That's why I love this community. I challenge anyone to show me a better, closer knit community on YouTube. Even if we're breaking off into the neighborhoods, we're still one big community. It's like, we're a state with a lot of counties. A lot of cities, and that's fine, but we're still that state or that country with a lot of states. We're still that country.
Well, I like to call you the ultimate godfather, because it all leads back to you starting it off in the first place, and I know you don't like to, you like to help everybody else out, but honestly, you've helped us all out so much that uh, the least we can do is mention you all the time because you are the reason a lot of us kept going.
Yeah, but you know what? I just all I really do is introduce people. It's really all of us that do it because I couldn't do it by myself. It takes all of us to get all of us going. So it really it's the community. It's I just shouted some people out. You shouted people out. It's a community effort. It's not a Bluwave Odyssey community. It's an RV community. We've got it's not just RV. It's van life, hikers, adventures, photographers, food channels. Just a bunch of
Homesteaders now.
huh?
Homesteaders now. I've been getting
Homesteaders. Yeah.
the yeah.
And it's just a really, really cool thing here. And as long as everyone's reciprocating with each other, it's just so beautiful. It really is.
Mhm. And like Trip and Tracy said, and this is the one thing about
I see
our
that. I agree.
our community. Anybody that ends up getting touched by it ends up sticking around.
And Trip and Tracy's right. That's exactly what Boxman D said to me too. That she's never felt so welcome to a community. I even feel that way. I mean, I've never been so appreciated before as this community, and I really appreciate that. My clients, they really appreciate me, but I don't have as many clients as we have in this community. So I can't say that, but no, it's no doubt it's very awesome. It's a very welcoming, and it's really cool. Posh Cats just came in. Good to see Trevor
Oh, posh
Sue.
cats, huh?
Awesome, awesome. In fact, you do see what I'm drinking right now, right? I'm drinking my coffee on my Posh Cats cup.
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, that's another cool thing to see. I mean, the subscribers, all of us are getting her cool, but the fact that each of us have like little gear now and stickers and all that kind of stuff, that's really cool to see.
Yeah, I've got my Box Van D mug coming here pretty soon as well.
Yeah. And Thrifty Angela, she says, I'm not an RVer and I feel so welcomed. Well, you also just party late night and with all the crew at the late night. So that's if you're able to stay up late, there's a way in.
Yeah. KT, Slow Momentum, you're an awesome dude, man. You and
Mhm.
BJ are all right people. You're an awesome dude. Thank you a
And
little bit. And hello a little bit. I saw you greeting me earlier. I didn't get to say hi back, but hi and thank you about the cup. And that's Posh Cat.
yeah, and hello MIA researcher. There's another great guy.
His favorite Bob's. And I saw that you saw that. I think that was you who liked the comment when you're asking me about that RV park, John over at RV Traveler MIA Researcher. I did reply, and I think it was you who gave me the like, so you got my answer. I hope.
Yep, yep. And I want to give credit to New Horizons too, and everybody else,
Coffee.
because yeah, because oh, it's not beer. Yeah, it's not beer. It's too early in the morning. Um, everybody that's started to work with charities with their channels too. That's
Yeah.
another thing that's growing out of this community that's been really incredible to watch.
Yeah, if you go to any of my videos and click show more, you'll see that I have a link down there for St. Jude's Hospital, Children's Hospital. What they do, what my donation does every month is it allows parents to visit their children at St. Jude rent free. So that's what my charity does. And I give every month. I've been giving them for years. And I don't ask you to give me money so I can donate. I say go right to their website and sign up yourself and do your own thing. And at the bottom of all my videos, I have a link on how you can do that for St. Jude's Hospital. But yeah, you're right. It's awesome how everyone kind of does that. Pick your favorite charity, put a link underneath your videos, and it'll be there by default. And
Yep.
that's kind of cool.
Yep. And it's so different. And we were talking before we started. That's so different than a lot of people. Not only is our community not selfish, we're not selfish with our channels enough to also work with charities. It's way different than everybody else that you see on YouTube.
Yeah, you're right. And another thing is we're not competing with each other. You know,
Hmm.
we're working together to help each other. I want to see everyone with 7,000 subscribers or more. Everyone. And that's why anything I can do. If you have any questions on how you can grow your channel, send me an email. Right there's my email address. Send me an
Hmm.
email, and I'll open up a live stream, a private live stream where you and I can just talk one on one, and I'll give you any tips I can, because I want to help anyone I can. This isn't a competition of who can get the most subscribers. No, man, that's not what it's about. Let's all help each other, and that's
Yep.
what it's about.
Yep. And Roy and Becky will be coming on after me here in a couple minutes, so we're going to go over and raid them. One of the things our community does well is we have so much programming now, that you don't even need a TV subscription if you don't want. There's
Right.
live streams every night, every day and night of the week that you can watch for free. Doesn't cost you anything, and that's really been cool to see.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I don't get the streaming. I don't have Facebook, so I'm not able to access the channel guide. But I can usually find. But usually, I can't join live streams when they're on because I'm working. So I'll either watch them later or I'll miss out on live streams. But I've been supporting channels by watching their uploaded videos. Hey Bob, thanks a lot, man. This was a great
Yeah,
interview. You really made it easy for me, and I felt very comfortable. And thank you very much. It was well done.
no problem, no problem. And I will see you guys later. I'm gonna hit the end screen, and I'll talk with you after that. Blue Wave. Remember, guys, stop waiting for life to happen and make life happen.
Bye bye, everyone.